The Day of the Jackal, 2024, Season 1 has wrapped, and while the finale answered many questions, one important mystery remains about the Jackal's codename. The Day of the Jackal is an updated remake of the 1973 film and the novel that inspired it. However, there are notable changes to the story, including a major change in setting from both earlier versions. Despite this, one thing that persists is a variety of names and aliases employed by the titular character, and the assassin whose codename is the Jackal. In the series, this Jackal is played by Redmayne, and despite going by a dozen or so different identities, the Jackal appears to be the codename that sticks, and becomes the key identifier for groups like MI6 and potential customers. However, the story behind this codename is not clearly shown in the series. The Jackal's codename was inspired by the animal's hunting habits and the word's insulting connotation. There is a layered meaning to the codename Jackal. In the show, Xena, a woman who seeks to hire the Jackal on behalf of a group of billionaires, informs him that the target will be codenamed Rodin. Meanwhile, the assassin is asked what his codename should be. In response, he smiles, and says, Jackal. As the series progresses, the name Jackal can be seen printed on an army truck which he rode on during his time in the British Army, but it was not a nickname for him individually. As a result, the codename's origins are more ambiguous in the Day of the Jackal series, but there is further insight provided in the book. The book clarifies that the name Jackal has multiple layers of meaning. For one, it refers to hunting, with a jackal referring to a small predatory animal which is native to Asia and Africa. In another way, a jackal can refer to someone who is employed to do menial and often degrading tasks. Further still, a jackal can also refer to a warning and a sign of danger. Jackals in different cultures and legends refer to fast-approaching trouble. All of these names can effectively describe aspects of the character, which makes it a great codename. The Jackal's real identity explained. His real identity is even more complex than the codename. While the Jackal serves as a codename, the man behind this moniker is an even bigger mystery. His wife, Nuria, knows him as Charles Calthorpe, a wealthy English businessman with whom she has a son. However, he uses over a dozen names, identities, and costumes to conceal his identity. Within the context of the show, it appears that his actual name is Alexander Duggan, which was the name he was referred to by the British Army and his peers before he began his freelance career as a mercenary for hire. Alexander Duggan is, by all official accounts, dead. He died in Afghanistan along with the rest of his unit when they drove over a landmine. However, this was actually the doing of Alexander Duggan himself, who grew disillusioned of the army and the less savory things he witnessed as a soldier. Now, it's likely that he identifies more with his life as Charles Calthorpe than he does to his original name, as his new identity is the one he used to form a family. Meanwhile, he also uses many other identities to complete his work in the Day of the Jackal.